Welcome into the PrimeTime National Championships. Matt Reynolds and Michael Knight here for you of our second game of the day. In Pool B, we will have OklahomaLadyD1. They are the visitors, and they will be playing North Texas Lady Hornets, who is the home team. We're a little late to our broadcast. The game just about to get underway as we're about to catch the opening tip here.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ahead of schedule now after the last game with a running clock in the second half.
The Lady Hornets win the tip. They'll work it around the left wing, and it's stolen away by Batiste. She kicks it up. The Oklahoma D1, their first game of the day, as well as the Hornets' first game. Oklahoma looking for somewhere to go on the offensive end. Work it down low and up and in, and Rebecca Wilson has the first points on the day.
That was a nice pass and a good finish by Wilson underneath.
Hornets working it out, and a three ball up and in. Their first basket of the day from Alexis Jackson.
There's some full court pressure from North Texas now. Let's see how Oklahoma handles it.
Oklahoma working the ball, and a shot from just inside the three-point line is no good from Nevada Denton. Seems we're gonna have a faster paced game than we had in the first game, as both teams pressing it up the floor and working the ball with movement. Oklahoma with a steal. Sarah Tomlinson steals it and goes the other way, and she'll be fouled and shoot 2 free throws. Foul will be against Kenise Davis. That's her first.
You're absolutely right about what you said with the pace, without a doubt, being faster in this game than what we saw in the previous game, where it was back and forth, but it was still slow. Both teams, it looks like, want to get out and run, and on both ends of the ball, we're seeing North Texas come out with a little full court pressure on the defensive side. We'll see if they do that and maintain that throughout the first half.
She knocks down a pair of free throws, gives Oklahoma the 4-3 lead over the Hornets early on. And Oklahoma in a zone. The Hornets work down low, but a shot is up and no good from Mikkel Grant.
Here's that defensive pressure forcing the turnover.
Basket put up and in by Kristen Davis. She has a twin sister on the team. That's Kenise Davis, 5 and 7 sisters. Now Oklahoma in a little bit of trouble, and they're going to throw it away. Lauren Stetnich throws it out of bounds, and the Hornets will take over with 14 minutes, about 14 minutes left to go here in this first half. The Hornets lead 5-4 over the Lady Oklahoma D1.
Looks like we're coming out with a 2-3 zone from Oklahoma.
Shot put up and no good by Kenise Davis. Rebounded and put back up by Emily Payne. She can't get it to fall. This is our second game of the day here in Carrollton, Texas, where we'll be for the weekend of games. Oklahoma having trouble dealing with this pressure early on, Mike. And another turnover. And driving to the hole, contact made, but no foul called as Kenise Davis goes up and is knocked to the floor. Oklahoma quickly back the other way. Shot put up and off the mark, but a rebound by Rebecca Wilson, and she puts in the basket and has her second basket of the day. She has 4 on the day.
Very impressive underneath. Without a doubt, the tallest girl on the floor. She's been grabbing rebound after rebound and giving Oklahoma second chance opportunities.
And that'll be big going forward. If they can get their offensive boards, and they work it down to Rebecca Wilson, and up and in again. She's been money when they get the ball down to her on the low block so far. The Hornets have not been able to stop it. Hornets walk it up the court. Slow it down a little bit, get in the groove. Pass over to Davis. Up to the top of the key, they'll reset the offense.
Oklahoma remaining in that 2-3 zone. They're in the middle of a 6-2 run right now.
Pump fake and then long shot, and it's going to be an air ball, but it's going to be hit out of bounds off of Oklahoma's Lauren Stitnich, and the Hornets will retain possession. And a couple of subs coming into the game here for the Hornets. Coming in is Nicole Ellis, along with Mackenzie T. And new check-in as well. It puts up the shot and has it rejected, but the Hornets will retain possession as the ball is knocked out of Oklahoma as Allison Taylor. Three balls shot from the corner is no good, but rebound picked up. Can't get that to fall. The Hornets will have now a jump ball. It was Mikhail Grant. She was unable to get it to fall, and then Oklahoma has the possession arrow. They will take over, and the Hornets apply this pressure that is given Oklahoma fits throughout the first half here.
Yeah, North Texas hasn't been able to really take advantage of the turnovers that they've gotten off of this pressure. They're going to have to get something on the offensive end to take advantage of it.
8-5 in the early going. Oklahoma has been able to control for the most part. They've struggled a little bit with the pressure, but they've been able to get the ball down low to Rebecca Wilson, and she's been a force on the inside. Ball is blocked. Blocked by Allison Taylor for North Texas as Oklahoma's Nevada Denton went up for the shot. Oklahoma will retain possession as the ball is knocked out by the Hornets. Oklahoma trying to get it in. They do. Shot was partially blocked again by Taylor. Then we're going to have a foul on the floor off of the rebound. Oklahoma will go to the line to shoot two, and that's going to be Wilson. She has 6 points on the day.
See how much touch she has at the free throw line. She's definitely been automatic underneath, kind of like the security blanket. It'll be interesting to see what Oklahoma can do outside of Wilson underneath. We haven't seen very much offense around her, and see how much touch she has at the free throw line.
And she can't get the first one to fall. A little too strong.
Decent motion, though. And you get some players who, when they shoot free throw, it's just flat. I mean, there's nothing there, but that's not the case here.
Second. Takes her time, puts it up, and cashes that one in. She goes 1 of 2 from the line. Hornets bringing up the floor. Oklahoma dropping into a 3-2 zone, and a shot from 3 knocked down by Kenise Davis. That's her first field goal on the day. Oklahoma moving the ball up against the pressure. They get it across half court. And there's going to be a foul called. Hornets coaching staff not happy with the foul call, but clearly it was a block.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to deal with that for the rest of the game, and I mean, if he's not careful, he doesn't need to get too chippy because they're going to continue to call that. Without a doubt, North Texas wants to play aggressive on defense, pressure, and have a little bit of contact. The referees are stating early on here that they're not going to allow that. So you're going to have to change your defensive game plan, or you might get teed up if you keep arguing.
It looks like we almost had a foul on the floor, but before the foul on the floor, Jessica Massey steps out of bounds for Oklahoma, and North Texas will take the ball the other way. Hornets bringing the ball up the court. They get it inside to Davis. She kicks it out to new check-in. That is Miranda Green, who puts up the 3 and couldn't get it to fall. Oklahoma moving the ball up the court here. They've been able to handle the pressure throughout the first half. They put up a shot from the top of the key, can't get it to fall. Rebound battled for, and the Hornets come away with it, and they're going to push it up the floor. Davis goes up, contact, she puts up the layup, can't get it to fall. Rebound falling to Oklahoma, and now Oklahoma will try to slow it down. Jessica Massey has it on the left wing. She gets it down low to Wilson. Wilson kicks it out to an open shooter, and Batiste can't get it to fall.
Now it's interesting because on the last 2 trips for both teams, there was contact on the shot. The referee did not blow a whistle, so that's when if you're a coach, you can be upset with you because all you want is consistency. If you're gonna call contact on dribbles, then call contact on shots. As North Texas drops a 3 ball from the right wing.
Oklahoma struggling a little bit with this pressure, and the ball's going to be taken away on the floor. Looks like we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors.
It wasn't a jump ball. I didn't have the roster in front of me. Number 15. Who is that? That was Nicole Ellis. Jumped on the ball and immediately yelled at the referee to get a timeout. And in her defense, there wasn't an Oklahoma player with a hand on the ball. So there was no tie-up. That was a good call by the official to grant North Texas a timeout.
And this is a very competitive game early on so far. We got an 11-9 game, much more competitive than our first game, which was a blowout. And Team Dallas was able to beat IBA 54-13 in the first game in Pool A. We're now in Pool B, in the first game of Pool B here at the Primetime Sports National Championships. OklahomaLadyD1 on top of the North Texas Hornets, 11-9. Or pardon me, the Hornets on top of Oklahoma, 11-9. Hornets get an outside 3, and that's going to be an air ball put up by Brianna Childress. Oklahoma go the other way, nearly tipped away and stolen by the Hornets. And a new check-in for Oklahoma puts it up and in, Jackie Ramos. And she'll give Oklahoma the lead with a 3-point shot up 12-11. Hornets working it around. They get it on the free throw line. Back out. And a bank shot falls for Brianna Childress. That's her first points of the day. The Hornets pressure giving Oklahoma fits. And Oklahoma takes it right back after the ball being stolen away. And Tybreesha Sims goes the other way. Get it around, they're working around to the left wing. Into the corner. She kicks it out to the right side. Oklahoma just trying to find a hole in this defense, and they do in the left corner. A long 2 put up and in by Lauren Stednich. That was her first basket of the day. Hornets bring it up, have it in the high post. Looks like they're going to try to work it into the high post to beat the zone. Now they get it. Passing it around the perimeter. A 3 ball put up and falls in for her first basket of the day. Miranda Green finding her way on the board.
Back and forth basketball, last couple possessions for both teams. We've had several lead changes as neither team has been able to get much space from the other.
Oklahoma trying to get it down low, and they do. Tybreesha Sims puts it up and in off the glass. She gets a friendly roll there, and we're all knotted at 16 with just under 8 minutes to go now. Hornets working around the perimeter, trying to find the hole in the zone. Davis drives, she puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Oklahoma with the rebound, Jackie Ramos going the other way. And we're going to have a foul on the floor.
We're knotted up at 16, and it kind of going to what I was talking about, how it's been back and forth basketball, no spacing yet as the largest lead so far. No, I mean, we're halfway through the first half, still got a lot of basketball to play, but the largest lead was when Oklahoma led 9-5, and that was a short lead as immediately on the other end, North Texas hit a 3 to make it 9-8. So 4-point advantage was the largest lead so far.
3 put up by Sarah Tomlinson. She can't get it to fall. Rebound on the floor, fought for. And it's going to stay with Oklahoma as the possession arrow was in their favor. Some new check-ins here for the Hornets. Coming into the game, back into the game, will be Alexis Jackson. And now they're giving the ball to the Hornets. Did change of mind, I guess, on the possession arrow. Hornets move it around. They get an open three from NBA range and knocked down by Alexis Jackson. An impressive shot from deep, as there is an NBA marked on the court here. Nice shot by her, and she gives the Hornets the 19-16 lead. Oklahoma working around. They get a shot in the corner, put up and off the rim. Can't get it to fall. And that was Lauren Wetherall. Ball fought for on the floor. It looks like Oklahoma will retain possession.
Should be Oklahoma ball after the jump ball call.
Had a little mix-up last time on the jump ball. Got it right here, and it looks like we're going to have a foul on the floor against Oklahoma, as North Texas Lady Hornets Emily Payne will shove to the ground. It'll go their way now. The Hornets hold the 19-16 lead. It's been a back and forth basketball game here in the first half, very competitive. Jackson works it around to the right wing. They get it inside, put up, but can't convert on the good look is Mikhail Grant. Oklahoma goes back the other way off the rebound, but they turn the ball over. Turnovers can be killers in a game such like this that goes back and forth. Cannot afford to turn the ball over. Jackson drives in. She'll kick it out to Davis. Davis over to Grant. Back to Davis. The Hornets just looking for somewhere to go. And a deep three is launched, and Alexis Jackson showing some impressive range in the first half. That is now her third three-pointer, two of them coming from beyond the three-point mark for the NBA.
Timeout called by Oklahoma, and it's a much-needed timeout as North Texas has jumped out to a 6-point advantage, and the reason I say it jumped out is that's the largest lead of the game for either team. This has been very close back and forth so far. We got 6 minutes left in the first half. A 6-point advantage is huge in a game like this. I mean, Oklahoma, once again, you look at them on the offensive end and kind of what I was talking about early on in this game. What kind of offense are they going to have besides Wilson underneath? And we haven't really been able to establish that so far. Wilson's been the bright spot in the offense for Oklahoma. They're going to need somebody else to step up in a half-court situation.
Yeah, Wilson with 11 points has all but 5 of Oklahoma's points today. She's been very impressive, and when they have been able to get the ball down low to her, she's converted from point-blank range, but she's sitting over there on the bench. They've got to have their other players step up here, especially with you got 5:58 left to go here in the first half. You need your team. 6 points is not many points, but you'd like to cut the lead and maybe even have a lead going into the second half. And pressure's something they've struggled with. They break it here and get a nice look at the basket, but Oklahoma can't convert as Lauren Wetherall misses the bunny. Hornets go the other way. Jackson with it. She showed impressive range from the three-point line today. So give it off. The Hornets just looking how to break this zone here. And a bad pass goes out of bounds off of Jackson's hands. Oklahoma will retain possession. Oklahoma inbounds it. They get it in. Nearly stepped out of bounds, but they'll get the ball up to Sims. Sims has it bounce off her leg. Got to be careful here with the pressure. Nearly traveled. Traveled, not called. Oklahoma gets it out to Sims. Three-pointer can't fall, but they get the board. The ball quickly stolen away, though, from Jackie Ramos, and the Hornets going the other way. Jackson with it. She has really showed impressive range shooting the ball today, and Davis driving in. She can't convert on the bunny, but Payne with the rebound, and she's fouled. Jackson is really impressed, though, from deep.
Yeah, she's got some good range, and she showed there she's not only a good shooter, but she's one to pass the ball, get the ball to her teammates. You see how much touch the free throw shooter has here. As it's been all North Texas, Oklahoma. They haven't scored in a while. Now it's a 7-0 run as they have a 7-point lead.
Payne, that's her first points on the day. She played the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game and then was subbed out. Just came back in recently. The Hornets, both teams have really subbed quite frequently, keeping their legs fresh throughout this tournament. Sims with the board for Oklahoma. Get it back. At the top of the key, Oklahoma trying to find a hole here. Jackson pump fakes. Now she'll give it back out. They swing it around, and an open shot just rims out from Oklahoma's Jackie Ramos.
You wonder, if you're the Oklahoma squad, how long are you going to keep Wilson sitting down? I mean, you got 4:35 left in the first half. If I'm the coach, I'm putting her in and saying go until half. Maybe she checks in at the 4-minute mark, or at least goes to the scorer's table at that time.
No sign of her yet. Oklahoma is. 2 players will sub in at the next dead ball. Neither of them Wilson. Hornets. Davis puts up a shot. She can't get it to fall. Puts it back up and in, and she'll have an and-one opportunity with 4:18 to go here. And could put up the Hornets. She nets this free throw. She'll put them up by double digits.
And this run that North Texas on just continues. We're up to a 9-0 run. Without a doubt, the largest lead for either team.
Ava Batiste and Nevada Denton check back in for Oklahoma. And North Texas keeps that lead rolling on. They're up by 10 now as they net the free throw. Oklahoma struggling with this pressure. They're able to get it across and into the half court. Shot put up from the left to elbow as rims in and out from Lauren Stetnich. Hornets pushing the ball here, pushing the pace, and there's going to be a foul on the floor, and it's going to go against Oklahoma's Natalie Schultz.
Another sub for Oklahoma, not Wilson. He's continuing to sit her. There's one thing you can say about that. She's going to be well rested whenever she comes back into the game.
We may not see her for the rest of this first half, as
if that's the case, they're going to be in trouble.
North Texas can't get the shot to fall, and the rebound falling to Oklahoma. We're going to have a jump ball on the floor. The possession arrow favoring the Hornets.
I mean, let me ask you, does Oklahoma have an offensive presence right now?
They
with Wilson off the floor?
They have not shown much with Wilson. They were able to get the ball down low to her, and she was very impressive. But their shooters, they have had some people score in this ball game, but other than Wilson, she's been the main force, as she does have 11 points, 11 of their 16 points, only 5 points coming from her teammates. And Oklahoma, they've really struggled with this pressure.
Yeah,
this pressure is killing them, that the Hornets are providing as they have another turnover.
This is what I'm getting at with that is I'm all for resting your bigs. You got post players, they need rest. But if you rest them too long, the hole's going to be too deep to dig out of.
You definitely you can't go down more than 10 into the half. You got to cut into that lead and get it back into single digits. Oklahoma with the board off the Hornets miss, and they'll take it the other way. Denton over in the corner.
I don't know if that was a pass or a shot.
You and me both. Hornets go the other way. They can't convert, though. And another jump ball. It seems we've had quite a few jump balls here in this first half.
Could you imagine if this was the NBA, as many jump ball calls as we've had, if we didn't have a rotating arrow and we had a tip every single time there was a jump ball call?
We would be jumping quite a bit, especially in this game, as we've had at least 7. Hornets working it around. They hold a 10-point lead over Lady Oklahoma D1.
Maybe she's hurt. Maybe that's why she's not coming back.
That could be a possibility.
I mean, I'm honest, I'm flabbergasted why she's not in the game.
A good steal there by Oklahoma as it's knocked away and taken by Jessica Massey.
If she would have looked up, she had teammates.
Trouble. She gets it off to a teammate. They've got to hurry.
Yeah, I got to get it past half court.
The Hornets get it off a pass. They'll drive in. Kick off, and Nicole Ellis has it. She gives it off to a teammate, and for three, Mackenzie Teague knocks it down. Hornets with this pressure is just too much for Oklahoma Lady D1 here in this first half. On the floor, Oklahoma gets it. They've got to hurry. Got to get it across the half-court line. And they press it across to Jessica Massey. She's trapped. Gets it over to an open teammate. Driving and a three ball. Foot on the line. Can't fall. As Nevada Denton, pardon me. Can't get it to fall. Oklahoma, here she comes. She's back in with 2:03 to go. And that's Oklahoma Lady D1's leading scorer, Rebecca Wilson. She has 11 points on the day. Since she checked out, Lady Oklahoma D1, they have not scored a point.
Yeah, they've been scoreless. I mean, it's a 13-point hole now that you let North Texas get. Maybe she needed all that rest. I don't know.
Oklahoma Lady D1 does have another game today, but that will be their last, so they only play 2 games today and 1 tomorrow. Jump ball after the miss. Wilson tied up with Allison Taylor for the Lady Hornets. Lady Hornets with some subs coming back in the game. Checking back in is Alexis Jackson and Kenise Davis. Jackson, the leading scorer for the Hornets. She has 12. Oklahoma breaks the press, drives, and it's going to be knocked away out of bounds off of Oklahoma.
Well,
and the struggles continue on offense.
They got step one, which is just to get the ball past half court. They got that. Now they need to figure out what do we do once we're past half court. Because here's the thing, the North Texas defensive pressure isn't going to stop just because you passed half court. They're going to continue to be in your grill. They're going to continue to try to take the ball away from you.
Foul going against Oklahoma's Jessica Massey. It's her first. Checking back in for the Hornets is Brianna Childress. She'll inbound the ball. Gets it in. Mackenzie Teague off the screen. Now she'll give it off to Davis. Davis drives in, back to Teague. In the corner, the Hornets looking for the opening. They find it down low, but they can't get the hook shot to fall. Oklahoma the other way. Sarah Tomlinson with it. No pressure there by the Hornets as they were able to bring it across quickly. And shot put up and missed by Sims. And the Hornets go the other way, drive in, and there's going to be a foul called and one as Mackenzie Teague has a chance for the three-point opportunity. And since Wilson checked out of the game,
which I wish we would,
Oklahoma Lady D1, it has been a rout. 31-16 now as the Hornets have gone on an impressive run.
15-0 run for North Texas. I wish we would have wrote down the time the last time Oklahoma just scored a basket. They haven't scored since Wilson checked out, whenever that was. I want to say it was around the, 8-9 minute mark. Maybe closer to 8.
Oklahoma, the ball on the floor, and they'll have another turnover. Turnovers have killed Oklahoma Lady D1 in this first half. They were able to maintain pace, 16-16. And then after that, as I mentioned, a 15-0 run. It's been impressive. Wilson checks out of the game, and Oklahoma has struggled to put the ball in the hole. North Texas showing no signs of slowing down. They drive the hole. Wilson with the steal. She gives it off to Sarah Tomlinson, who will drive, and she's going to be fouled. No, they're going to call a charge.
Well,
just as Oklahoma thought they might have an opportunity at the line to break this run of North Texas, go the other way.
It was a good play by, I don't have the number 0. 0 is not a number. Miranda Green. She set up to take the charge, and the Oklahoma player got her shot rejected in addition to getting whistled for the charge.
Hornets drive in. Davis puts it up off the glass, can't get it to fall. And that will end the first half. The Hornets lead Oklahoma Lady D1 31-16 in this first half. I'm Matt Reynolds, joined by Michael Knight. We will be back for the second half and update you on the scores for top scores for each team, for players, and we'll be back with more on the Primetime Sports Network at the National Championships. Welcome back to the Primetime National Championships as we're in pool play in Pool B at Court 5 at the IAD. I'm Matt Reynolds, joined by Michael Knight. At the half, the North Texas Lady Hornets lead Oklahoma Lady D1 31-16. It was 16-16, and then the Lady Hornets just went on an impressive run, and they have not been stopped since. Let's run down some first half scoring from the players very quickly. For North Texas, their leading scorer, Alexis Jackson, she had 12 in the first half. After her, Kristen Davis had 6, Mackenzie Teague had 5, Miranda Green with 3, Kenise Davis with 4, and Emily Payne had 1. For Oklahoma Lady D1, it was all Rebecca Wilson. She had 11. Quandria Jackson, had 3, and Lauren Studnich had 2. Thoughts on the first half, Michael?
Well, I was curious why Wilson was kept off the floor for so long. When she checked out, it was 16-16. She didn't check back in until 2 minutes left in the first half, and at that point, I believe Texas led 26-16 or 29-16. So, I mean, Texas got into a huge lead, and Oklahoma has a huge hole to dig their way out of, and I'm not sure that they're going to be able to.
It's going to be tough. They definitely need Wilson to get going very quickly in this first half, and she's going to have some help from her teammates as well. On the line off of the foul for the North Texas Lady Hornets is Kristen Davis. She has 6 on the day, her first trip to the line. She can't get her first free throw to fall. And she'll attempt her second. Haven't had too many fouls in this game. There's 4 fouls between the two teams. Second, can't get that one to fall as well. She goes 0 for 2 from the charity strike. Oklahoma Lady D1 advances it across half court, which they've had trouble with, and now that trapped in the corner is Jackson. She gets it out, and a teammate has an opportunity for open 3. She pump fakes, but she shuffled her feet, and that was Nevada Denton who will be charged with the walk. And the turnover will give the Hornets the ball back with a large lead of 31-16.
If I was coaching girls basketball, I would not allow my team to pump fake like at all, unless you were for sure able to dribble afterwards. You see that all the time.
Many times you see that. They'll pump fake, and then they get to running with it, see an open lane, and it becomes a turnover. Hornets in no hurry here. Setting up. Working it around. Jackson has it on the right wing. She drives in, pump fakes, and she'll put up an open shot from long range and gets it to fall. They'll call it a 2-foot on the line, and Jackson, she has 14.
I'd give her the green light to pump fake. She's a baller.
She has been very impressive in this game. By far, Wilson has had a strong first half until she was taken out of the game, but Alexis Jackson has shown to be the best player on the court here in the early, through 14:31 to go, so we've seen quite a bit from her. She has now 14 points. She showed absolutely great range from behind the arc. And obviously, as you said, she can pump fake. She's got the green light.
Yeah, she doesn't shuffle her feet afterwards. You see that so much in girls basketball, but you're not seeing it from her.
Jackie Ramos has it, and she'll throw it just over the outstretched hands of Jackson, and that'll go out of bounds. Another turnover for Oklahoma Lady D1, and the Hornets take over with a large lead. Checking in for the Hornets will be Tamara Manning. She checks into the game. Going out is Kristen Davis. Bringing the ball up the floor. For the Hornets is Alexa Jackson. She hasn't, works it around now. Driving in is Davis. She'll put up a 2, up and in, and counted, and a foul.
I really wish I would have wrote down the time when Oklahoma was knotted up with the Lady Hornets at 16 apiece, because they haven't scored since then.
They haven't.
And they've given up a 19-0 run.
We talked a lot in the first 5 minutes. We've got a competitive ball game, and we did have a very competitive ball game. It was 16-16. Next thing you know, Wilson goes out of the game, and Oklahoma has still yet to score. Wilson back in, but hasn't been able to.
Yeah, and I mean that's not the only reason why they gave up the run that they did. The defensive pressure really caused Oklahoma some fits. And North
Throughout
Texas
the
has
whole
been,
game.
yeah, North Texas has been able to cash in on their opportunities on the offensive end, because I mean it's one thing you can get turnovers in girls basketball, but you have to be able to take advantage of those turnovers, and the Lady Hornets have been able to do that.
Exactly. No. Oklahoma struggling with the pressure, nearly throw it out of bounds there. They do throw it. The ball does go out, but it's going to be out on the Hornets. So Oklahoma will retain possession. Couple of changes here for the Lady Hornets. Miranda Green checks back in, along with Nicole Ellis. Oklahoma gets it into the backcourt. Sarah Tomlinson, she'll give it off to teammate Jessica Massey, back to her. Playing a little catch, and now they'll get over to Jackson. Back to Massey. They work it down to Wilson down low. She puts up a shot, and she's going to be fouled, and Oklahoma can now break their scoreless streak. They won't get the basket, but they can get some points on the board if she can knock down at least one of these free throws.
I don't know if you've been keeping track of free throws. Did she? I know she's at the. This is her second trip to the free throw line. How did it go?
One
the first
for two. 1 for 2 on her first trip.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. She's taking a long time.
She takes her time, that's for sure, but she knocked that one down and made the time pay off, and Oklahoma is on the board for the first time in a while now. They advanced past 16 points, and then it's now 36-17, as it was, if you're just joining us, it was 16-16 in the first half, and it's been all the Lady Hornets since then. Wilson putting in both free throws. Those are the first 2 Oklahoma points since about 8 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, I want to say they've gone over 10 minutes without scoring.
Hornets working it down low to Payne. She loses it. Oklahoma able to come away with it. Now they'll press the ball up the floor with Sarah Tomlinson. She gets it off to Jessica Massey. Massey working it around. Oklahoma just trying to find a hole in the zone. They get over to Jackson in the corner. Batiste has it knocked away. Wilson with it. Now she has it knocked away, and the Hornets are going to have it on a steal by Nicole Ellis. They push it up the floor and throw the ball off the back of Manning. She wasn't ready for the pass, but the Hornets are able to retain possession. Now we're going to have a foul on Jackson. That'll be the first foul on Jackson. Wilson's going to check out of the game for Oklahoma. She has 13 of their 18 points. Lady D1 Oklahoma gets a steal.
She's been the only one to be able to score in the last 10 minutes as well. That's another thing. Oklahoma hasn't hit a field goal in a long time.
It's been a while. It's been over at least 12 minutes, if not longer.
Those 2 points came from the free throw line.
Fouled on that three-point basket is Jessica Massey. She'll have a chance to earn her first points of the day from the stripe.
On the shot, it looked good. It was a little bit short, but it was on line. I mean, we're set up in the perfect spot for shots like that from the wing on the left side, where you can just tell, you can watch the trajectory of it. It was right on line. It was just a little bit short.
Free throw is no good.
If you're Oklahoma, you're down 36-18. You can't buy a bucket from the field. You have to be able to cash in at the free throw line. You have 3 chances to score here, and you're 0 for 2. You need to get at least 1 on this trip.
Got to, and she does go 1 for 3 from the line. Jessica Massey with her first points on the day. It's 36-19. Oklahoma Lady D1 trails the Hornets 36-19. Matt Reynolds along with Michael Knight here at the PrimeTime National Championships. This game is in Pool B. First game of Pool B on the day.
Only game of Pool B. There's another game going on right now, but then after that, they're done for the day.
Yep. Got a little rest. They'll have 2 games tomorrow. Oklahoma with a steal and putting it up and in is Ava Batiste.
Finally a field goal from Oklahoma. We haven't seen that in a while. Don't look now, Matt. Don't look now.
They could make a run.
But Oklahoma's on a 5-0 run.
They have the power to do it. We saw early on, the game was very competitive, 16-16. I mean, it wasn't like it was a blowout from the start. This game was a very competitive game, and then Hornets go on that streak. Oklahoma definitely, if they can get their offensive game going, has the opportunity to get back going and get back in this game. Jackson in the corner. She'll put up a long 2. Can't get it to fall. Hornets go back the other way with Mackenzie Teague. She kicks it into the corner for a wide open 3 that goes in and out for Miranda Green. Oklahoma runs down with the board.
Now look, the 5-0 run that Oklahoma's on is not the 20-0 run that the Hornets were on earlier, but still, it's a start.
It's a start, exactly. Massey drives in the lane. She'll put up a 2 up and in, and she's going to have the foul. A little momentum swinging Oklahoma's way is now on a 7-0 run. Could be 8 if she knocks down this free throw. This is her second trip to the line. She was 1 of 3 for the first time, and she was fouled on that 3-point shot.
The last 5 points that they've scored have been without their leading scorer, Rebecca Wilson.
Her teammates are finding a way to put the ball in the hole. Got a little helper on her, and she's on the bench getting some rest. Jackson checks out, and the free throw is up and in. She converts. She is now 2 of 4 on the day. Jessica Massey has 4 points.
Just like that, off of a steal, Oklahoma back at the free throw line. They can make it a 10-point game, and this has been a weird game. It started out going just back and forth with several lead changes. Then North Texas goes on this huge run, 20-0 run. Now we're looking at Oklahoma responding with possibly a 10-0 run of their own if she makes both here. She won't. Broadcast just jinx. I apologize.
First. Oklahoma, they've definitely got things going here in the second half, back the way they were at the start of the first half. They were contending with this team, and it was a very tight game until that run that the Hornets, the 20-0 run the Hornets went on. It's kind of a similar game of course. The NBA is a game of streaks. It's been a streaky game today. Now Oklahoma on a long run of their own. Hornets pressing the ball. They put up a shot up and in, and that'll end Oklahoma's run as she knocks down the 2 and she's fouled. Impressive play by Mackenzie Teague.
If you're going to hit that kind of shot, there's no defense for that.
0. She was fouled, and Teague still managed to.
She threw that up from her hip.
Impressive shot. She puts up the free throw, can't get it to fall, but the Hornets are going to get the board. As the board pulled down by Kristen Davis, she kicks it out to a teammate for a 3 and knocked down from downtown by Nicole Ellis. That's her first points on the day. Oklahoma moving it up the floor. They'll get it down low, and shot put up and in by Lauren Withrow. I believe the foul will go against the Hornets, and it will. So that was a close call there, as it could have been a charge possibly, but feet just weren't quite set. It's a big basket for Oklahoma as they don't allow the Hornets to go on another huge run and stop it quickly. Checking back in for the Hornets is Kenise Davis. She checks in for Nicole Ellis. Kenise on the day has 7 points. At the line, Withdrawal, she'll put it up, and she knocks it down. She converts the 3-point play. Oklahoma, Lady D1 trails 41-28 to North Texas Lady Hornets. We've got about 10 and a half minutes left to go here in the contest. First game of pool will be here at the Primetime Sports National Championships. Matt Reynolds along with Michael Knight. Hornets will inbound from the baseline. Mikhail Grant gets it in, and she got it in to Mackenzie Teague, who tried to give it immediately back to her, and she just wasn't ready. Some pressure here from the Hornets, which we haven't seen as much pressure here in the second half, and that could very well be the reason why Oklahoma was able to go on that small run. Working it inside, shot put up. Can't get it to fall, but she's going to go to the line for 2. That's Lauren Stetnich. Stetnich on the day has 2 points. Coming in the first half, she can net either of these free throws. It'll be her first points in the second half. Cut the lead down to 11. She can't, as she knocks down the first, or pardon me, she misses the first. She'll have an opportunity to knock down the second here. Jackson checks back in for the Hornets. She's their leading scorer. Jackson has 14 on the day. Second free throw attempt. And she misses that one as well. Goes 0 for 2 from the line. That's something that they can't afford.
The whole team has struggled from the free throw line today.
Nice play by Lady Oklahoma D1. They get out in transition and get a chance of her layup. Can't convert, but Sarah Tomlinson will be headed to the line for 2. If you can cut this lead to single digits, you've still got 10 minutes to go. That's plenty of time to come back completely in this ballgame if Oklahoma can keep chipping away.
Yeah, but you have to cash in on opportunities at the charity stripe. They haven't been able to do that so far. They have at times, but the majority is she misses the first. I mean, that's been a killer for Oklahoma here in the second half. This could already be a single-digit deficit if they capitalize on their opportunities at the free throw line. So they need to be able to do that here as we get closer and closer to that 10-minute mark.
Second on its way, and she can't get that one to fall either. That's 2 straight trips for Oklahoma Lady D1 where they can't get any free throws to fall.
You go 0 for 4 in about a span of about 15 seconds. I mean, you're looking at a 13-point deficit right now. It could be 9 as we speak.
Lady Oklahoma D1 nearly with the steal, but Mackenzie Teague with it, and she'll go the length of the floor, but they're going to call a carry. So back to Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was an easy call by the referee. The referee that called it was about 70 feet away, but we were close. We were
close
about,
enough.
Yeah, we were about 50 feet away from it, and I could tell that it was a carry from over here. Oklahoma. The other referee that was in the front court didn't have the best angle at it.
Long pass, and now driving in, kicking it out to the corner. And the Hornets are going to steal away. That's Davis. She's got Jackson with her. She gives it to Jackson. Jackson puts it off the glass, can't get it to fall. Battling for the rebound, and the rebound is brought down by Sarah Thomason. She'll give it off, and Jessica Massey brings it up. A nice slip down low, and headed to the free throw line after being fouled will be Lauren Stetnich. Last time at the line, she went 0 of 2. Oklahoma needs to knock down some free throws as they've been 0 of 4 in the last 2 trips. They need to convert these free throws if they're going to get back in this game with 9:29 left, down 13.
North Texas they haven't shut the door on Oklahoma, and they've left the door open, and you just got to ask yourself, how much longer are they going to keep that door open before they eventually close it and run you off the court?
North Texas, the Lady Hornets have not showed as much pressure as they did in the first half, which gave Oklahoma fits. They have a time here in the second half, but not near as much with the intensity. And Oklahoma, they've had several chances here at the stripe and haven't been able to convert, and they get a free throw to fall after missing 5 in a row. Oklahoma Lady D1 gets one to fall from Stetnich.
Still 1 for 6, not what you need. If you're going to win this game, you got to do better than that.
At the PrimeTime National Championships, this is the first game in Pool B, and it will actually be the last in Pool B for today, as the other 2 teams are playing on another court, and then these 2 teams, as well as the other 2 teams, will play again 2 games tomorrow. There are 4 teams in each pool.
If I was Oklahoma, I would spend the rest of the day shooting free throws.
Yeah, after this game, you've got some time. Instead of just going straight to the hotel, you might want to just line her up on her team. I don't know if there's an open court. All 6 courts may be in use here, so they may not have.
Find somewhere.
Somewhere, though, they definitely could use some help on the free throws. They knocked down their free throws today. They're looking at a 5-point ball game, if that.
I think it's even closer than that. I mean, you just look at the trips that they just had in the last 45 seconds where they go 1 for 6 on free throws. They cash in on all of those. It's a much closer game.
If you as a team, if you can shoot about 70%.
That's unbelievable.
If they were shooting about 70%, we would have about a 5-point ball game here. Oklahoma's just got to step it up. Jackson with a 3, and she knocks it down from NBA range.
That hurts. Hurts Oklahoma out of the timeout. Good use of Texas out of the timeout.
Jackson for the Hornets now has 17 points. Oklahoma working it down low to Stednich. She gets it, puts up the hook shot, up and in. That's her 5th point on the day. And Lady D1 Oklahoma with the steal. Withdrawal, pushing the ball up the court. Now she'll have it stolen away from her by Davis. Kick it up to Jackson. She's by herself, puts it up and in.
Oklahoma just can't get that lead down to single digits.
Driving, putting it up and in is Massey. She can't get it to fall. Withdrawal battling with Davis for the board. Davis comes away with it, kicks it up to Green. Green down low, and now Payne will put it up and in with ease. And the door is closing very quickly on Oklahoma Lady D1 to get back in this game and make a run of their own. Pressure from the Hornets. Oklahoma breaks it, kicks it out. Withdrawal for a deep 2. She can't get it to fall.
Yeah, that was extremely short, and I don't even think it's the pressure from the Lady Hornets anymore. I think Oklahoma is starting to pull out that white flag and starting to wait. They just look tired. They went on a run. They've had opportunities to cash in. They haven't been able to, and they just look fatigued. Now we're going to get mass subs.
3 subs coming in for Oklahoma. Fabrecia Sims.
But that last 3 ball was well short, and that's just a obvious sign that you're just tired. And the Lady Hornets, they've continued that pressure, but I think it's more of Oklahoma being tired more than anything.
Shot put up and in by Nevada Denton. She got a nice pass from Jackie Ramos, who was a check-in as well. Teague the other way. She has the ball stolen away. And Oklahoma bringing the ball up the court, gets it to Ramos. Ramos will put it up for 2 and finds it up and in. Maybe the subs have given Oklahoma Lady D1 some new life. Hornets pressing the ball, and it's stolen away. Oklahoma will retain possession after the ball is knocked out of bounds off of Faith Edwards for the Hornets. She checked in and out last time out as well. Now she'll check back out as Tamara Manning comes back in.
I'm not crazy, am I? I don't understand why Rebecca Wilson's not in the game right now. Is it just me?
Maybe they have a designed set of minutes is what I can think of.
Why?
Wide open at the basket is Sims. She puts it up and in. And the leads for the Hornets is back down to 11. You've got a long weekend ahead of you as a coach. I mean, I know you only have 1 game today, but long weekend. You want to get everybody in. Wilson's definitely the top player on this team as far as the performance today. She's had a spectacular first half performance, but when she was in the second half, she still scored, but hadn't done nothing much impressive, and as Sims puts it in for 2 back-to-back baskets from her.
Finally, Oklahoma gets this lead down to single digits, and they force an immediate turnover. So here we go, Oklahoma. They're opening that door. They got they're in the process of an 8-0 lead. They finally have the lead down to single digits. We'll see what they can do with it.
Inbound from Ramos. She gets it into the corner.
Very close to a 5-second call.
Sims pump fakes. Now she'll drive. Goes back out to Stednich. Stednich over and driving up, putting the ball up. Can't get the friendly roll is Nevada Denton.
Yeah, 2 teammates battling for the same ball, and because of that, both of them shuffled their feet. And Oklahoma gets called for the travel.
Tough break for Lady D1 Oklahoma. Now a pass full length of the court by the Hornets. That's going to go out of bounds. And the Oklahoma Lady D1 is going to have another chance to chip into this lead with 6:19 to go. There's plenty of time, a 9-point ball game for Lady D1 Oklahoma to have a chance to come back and win this game.
Yeah, that's the right call by the referees. At first, they were going to have them inbound on the other end of the floor. Nobody touched it on that inbound pass. So Oklahoma gets it under their own basket instead of 94 feet away.
Lady D1 Oklahoma having trouble getting it in. They've got to get it in quickly. Nearing 5 seconds. They just get it in. Shot put up. Contact, no foul. But Oklahoma will retain possession.
I don't understand how that's an out-of-bounds call on North Texas. It was a foul on North Texas, but Oklahoma touched it last before going out of bounds.
It happens often in the game of basketball. Don't call the foul, and then they call it off the other team. Driving and putting it up and in and is Lauren Stednich, and she is having a nice second half, as she has now had 7 points here in the second half, all of them coming here in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, interesting timeout call by Oklahoma. I mean,
not much need for a timeout. The only thing I think is maybe he checks in and subs in his players, as he has gone with a strict rotation today.
Well, you got all the momentum right now. With 6:05 left, you just got the lead down to 7. You're in the middle of a 10-0 run. What you're doing right now, I mean, when's the last time the Lady Hornets had it in the front court? When's the last time they've actually passed half court? It's been a while. They've turned the ball over several times in a row. Oklahoma has had the majority of the possession time here in the last 2 minutes or so. I don't understand the timeout call. Hopefully it doesn't take away from their momentum here out of the break.
Stay with the same 5 on the floor. Oklahoma does. The Hornets get it in. Pressing it up the floor is Nicole Ellis. She gets it down in the corner, Jackson, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. Jackson, the leading scorer for the Lady Hornets, has 19 on the day. Hornets get it in. Jackson, she pump fakes. Now she'll drive. Puts it up and in. She's been very impressive today. In both halves, she has showed up and showed up big. She had 12 in the first half. She continues her success in the second. Sims has it for Oklahoma. She'll slow it down. Stednich with it. Now she'll kick it out. Ramos, and then off for a 2-point basket. Just inside the 3-point line is Batiste. 50-43 your score. Oklahoma slowly but surely cutting to this lead, and the Hornets will be heading to the line.
Yeah, but they can't get closer than 7.
Yeah, but we said just, a couple minutes ago they couldn't get it into single digits. They've done that, and they have 5 minutes left. You're down 7 points. Even if she makes both of these just down 9, it's obtainable. Puts it up. Can't get it to fall. The first one to fall. She at the free throw line today. Mackenzie Teague has gone 2 of 3. She made both her free throws last time at the line. Second one on its way, and that one will be good. Lady D1 Oklahoma having a little trouble with the pressure. They get it across, trapped. And we're going to get a foul call on Davis. Davis surprised. Clearly a foul. And Nevada didn't. We'll inbound it for Oklahoma. Checking in for the Hornets is Miranda Green. Checking out is Mackenzie Teague. Oklahoma working it down low, putting it up. Can't get the bunny to fall, but the board is snatched up and put directly back up by Ava Batiste. She'll head to the line for 2 as she was fouled. And they've got to make free throws here if they're going to have a chance to win this game in the last 5 minutes, because they've struggled heavily from the line.
Yes.
Simple answer.
That's my addition.
First free throw is up and in from Batiste. Second. on the way. And she gets that one to fall as well. 2 big free throws for Oklahoma Lady D1.
Oklahoma hasn't been within 6 points since the score was 22-16 way back in the first half. They're within 6 right now.
It's been a long time, and the Hornets have let them go on this small run here. And there's going to be a foul on the floor called against Sims as Davis was working on her. Christina Davis has had an opportunity there to go up, probably with a spin move that she was doing, and get a good look at it. Good foul by Oklahoma, and now an air ball from the Lady Hornets as Faith Edwards can't get that one to fall. Oklahoma quickly back the other way, putting it up, can't get it to fall, and air ball and out of bounds, and it's going to go off the Hornets. Jackie Ramos with a chance right there at the basket, but can't cash in to cut this lead under 5. Get it into the corner. Shot in and out. Rebound for Oklahoma and put up and in by Jackie Ramos. Counted in. A chance now to go to the line, and Lady D1 Oklahoma Lady D1, pardon me, they fought their way back in this game here with 4:38 to go.
Make it a one-possession game. Never thought I'd see this with the way they were playing late in the first half, early on in the second.
And free throws have become key as they had a stretch where they went 1 of 6 from the line in just 2 minutes of play, but they've been able to knock down several free throws here in the last couple minutes. Jackie Ramos with a steal. She's able to steal it, control it. Oh, she thought she had a teammate, but Jackson for the Hornets was there. She has it. Now she throws it across court to Davis, and Davis puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Oklahoma back the other way with numbers. Stetnich all by herself. She puts it up and on off the glass, and it's 51-50, just a 1-point lead for the Lady Hornets. They'll throw it down the court, try to get it to Davis, who was by herself, but Sims outstretched her arms and was able to get it as the pass was short. Stetnich dealing with trouble here in the backcourt. She gets it across, just barely, nearly had a travel call there on Nevada Denton, but the timeout comes before the travel, they'll say, and 51-50, 3:53 to go, we have a close one.
Lady Hornets are self-destructing right now. I mean, they had a wide open shot under the basket that they missed. They let a wide open basket get away from them. I mean, self-destruct is the only way you can describe it. There's no reason why Oklahoma should be back in this game other than the Lady Hornets took their foot off the gas, let Oklahoma get back into this game, and they didn't continue that pressure. Both on the defense, I mean, you can have pressure on the offensive end too, and they're just flat offensively, and they're self-destructing right now and letting Oklahoma back in this game. Now they still have a lead, so it's not done. We still have a lot of game left, but the Hornets got to change something right now.
3:53 left to go. Inbound to Ramos. She gets it to Stetnich. Wide open teammate on the left wing, and they get it to her now, but a little too late. She's covered. Denton has the ball knocked away, and it's going to be off of her leg, they'll call it, and the Hornets will take over. Oklahoma Lady D1 had the chance to take the lead, not able to convert. Now the Hornets will look to get things back going their way and stop the run of Oklahoma. Teague drives in, a nice bounce pass to Davis, right at the basket. She can't hit the bunny. Stetnich with the rebound, and now she'll get it out to Nevada Denton. Denton pressing it. She has it ripped away and stolen by by Nicole Ellis. Teague works it down low to Davis. She can't control it, and that ball will go out of bounds, and Davis has had trouble controlling the last couple of possessions. She's had good looks. Teague has set her up for great looks down low. Just hadn't been able to convert. Oklahoma with the new check-in. Checking back into the game is Jessica Massey. Long pass. Oklahoma able to hold on to it. Stetnich puts up a shot from the free throw line. That's going to be an air ball too short. Stetnich has been a big key in the second half of this run, and she may be tiring out. You would think Wilson, this would be a good time for her to come back in. She's been sitting on the bench for a while.
Almost the entire second half.
Yep. Had 12 points in the first half. Jackson pushing the ball up the floor. She'll get it off to Teague. Shoots for three. She can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Jackie Ramos. She gets it up to Stednich. Stednich driving. She'll give it back off. Driving up, can't get it to fall. It's Jessica Massey. Now jump ball between Jessica Massey and Jackson. Alexis Jackson, and the possession arrow favors Oklahoma. They'll retain possession with 2:32 to go here. The Hornets lead Oklahoma 51-50. Oklahoma with a chance to take the lead here. Driving in, putting the shot up and fouled, and rough fall to the floor for Jessica Massey. She'll have a chance to give Oklahoma Lady D1 the lead for the first time in quite a while, Mike.
Yeah, 14-13.
Way back in
the
the
last
first half.
time Oklahoma held a lead. It's been a I don't know. I mean, I don't know what point in the first half that was, but I'm gonna say at least 9 minutes, 10 minutes left in the first half.
And since the first time of it being 16-16, the game is now knotted as she knocks down the first free throw, and it's 51-all. Second free throw is missed. Rebounded Jackson. And we're gonna have a foul. Hornets will retain possession. This foul is called on Oklahoma Lady D1. Ball thrown in by the Hornets and ran down by Davis. She gets it now. She's trapped in a corner. She gets it off to Teague. Matt Reynolds and Michael Knight along with us. It's 51-all. Hornets and Lady D1 Oklahoma tied up. Jackson a long three, which she's shown great range, but that one was too short. Oklahoma getting the ball in. They'll get it in. Stednich has it at the top of the key. Now they'll work it around, and a three ball knocked down, and Oklahoma has taken their first lead in quite some time, since way back in the first half off of Jackie Ramos three-pointer.
I'm going to say her foot was on the line. At least that scoreboard indicates it was only a 2.
Oklahoma taking the lead here. Just under 2 minutes to go. Hornets working around, driving in. Teague now has it. She'll give it in, bounce pass to Davis. Sets her up nicely. Back out to Teague. Pump fakes. Now she'll put up the long three, but it's blocked. Partially blocked there by Jessica Massey. Stednich comes down with the board for Oklahoma Lady D1, and we're going to have a timeout. Smart timeout there on the floor to make sure you don't turn the ball up back over to the Hornets. You don't want to do that with the 2-point lead that you just had since way back in the first half. Matt Reynolds and Michael Knight here with you at the PrimeTime National Championships. This is a game in Pool B for the 11th and 12th grade girls division. Pool B also has a matchup going on court 2 between Team Texas and the Dynasty Elite. But after these two games conclude, Pool B will be off until tomorrow, and then every team will play 2 games tomorrow. We will have both those games free tomorrow. The North Texas Lady Hornets will be back on air here tomorrow at 10:20 a.m. And Oklahoma Lady D1 will be back here at 12:50 against the Dynasty Elite. Oklahoma gets it in. Under a minute and a half to go now. Dealing with pressure in the backcourt. Got to get it across quickly. Massey does so. Jessica Massey calling out the play. She gets it off to Jackie Ramos. Down low to Stednich. She's been key in the second half. She puts it up and in off the glass, and Oklahoma's got a 4-point lead, 55-51. Hornets pressing the ball quickly up the floor. And they get their first basket in a couple minutes, and it comes from Faith Edwards. Oklahoma fighting off the pressure here, and now we're under a minute to go. Working it around. Sims has it. She'll get it, trying to get it down on Stednich. Stednich has it. She puts up the 2, and contact made, but no foul called. Blocked out of bounds. Oklahoma will retain possession, up 2 points, 41 seconds to go. Oklahoma gets it inbound to Stednich. She'll drive from the elbow, puts a shot up, she's blocked. Ball battled for, and they're gonna say Stednich touched it as she was going out of bounds. Stednich, she's tired, showing signs of it. Now Jackson will take it the other way for the Hornets quickly. She'll put up a 2 from the free throw line, can't get it to fall off the glass. And Lady D1 Oklahoma with the board, and they're gonna be fouled. Free throws are a must make if Oklahoma Lady D1 continues to get fouled and they're gonna put them on the line. You've got to make your free throws. You would think the Hornets, with their pressure they've shown all game, would try that here. They do. Oklahoma tries to get in, and they do. And Bunny shot missed. She gets her own board, can't get it back, and then put up, but fouled is Jackie Ramos. That was Jessica Massey there. She had 2 attempts at the basket and couldn't get it to fall.
You know what? And she didn't deserve to, because she had no idea that the ball was coming to her on that inbound pass. It just bounced.
Just happened to bounce into her hands.
It just bounced right in front of her. She somehow came up with it. The defender knew that she was about to get the ball. She didn't know.
Kind of bounced, and she was like, oh, hey. We got a stoppage of play here. Trying to figure out some things at the official score table. We will have a total of 11 games today, broadcasted live on court 5 from the IAD. This is the second game of our broadcast. And trying to sort some things out. Looks like we may have things sorted out now. Foul was on Mikkel Grant for the Hornets. 24 seconds to go here. And we're going to be late to our next broadcast, as it was supposed to be, our next game was supposed to be at 12:50. We were a little early to this one, but it's been a very competitive ball game. And had a little stoppage in time. We'll be running just a little bit late. Jackie Ramos has had 1 trip to the line today, and she was 1 of 2. They need her to knock down both these free throws. She knocks down both these free throws. It's going to be hard for the Hornets to come back if they're down 4 points. Not impossible with 24 seconds and how fast-paced this game has gone, but it'll be difficult.
I'm curious as to what the discussion is at the scores table. I don't know what are they talking about foul situation, timeouts left? I don't know.
It's a very good question. Now the officials calling for them to meet. Meeting up at half court here. As you see it, officials are meeting and discussing. Sorting it out and seeing. It may be they're trying to get the foul on the floor, which it was definitely a shot if that's the case. She definitely was shooting. Maybe fouls, but at this point in the game, we got 24 seconds left. And we've had a hold up now of about 2 minutes. Pushing us behind in already our busy 11-game schedule here for the first day of the Primetime Sports
what's crazy?
National Championships here in Carrollton, Texas.
This game started 10 minutes before it was supposed to.
Exactly, and it's ran that much later. Exactly. I will say on the far court, be court number 6, which we are webcasting, no actual broadcast on it. They still have 3 minutes left, so I'm glad we're not in their position because we're at least ahead of them.
Yeah, court 6 sucks. They're behind. It's garbage. Close game, though. 5-point game. 3 minutes left. Could go either way.
And players coming antsy. I tell you what this is doing. This is icing the free throw shooter. That's exactly what's happening here. Jackie Ramos.
I want to know what they're talking about.
Icing the kicker.
Like, what takes so long Or like, what could they possibly be talking about over there that takes this long to figure out?
We need to send our crew, a member of our crew over here and see what exactly we're figuring out. Can we help you? Do we need instant replay?
If they're wondering,
I mean, we can do it.
If they're wondering what we want for lunch, they need to come over and ask us and not try to figure it out over there.
It looks like whatever it was, it's been sorted out.
I think Oklahoma wanted pizza, Texas wanted barbecue, so they're having
barbecue
a discussion.
Pizza. That's what we're having now.
That's the solution. Hey, it's the solution to the problem.
Back to action here. 24 seconds to go. Oklahoma Lady D1 up 55-53 by 2 points here, and free throws are key, and at the line, Jackie Ramos misses the first. She needs this second one to secure a 3-point lead, which would still be a one-possession game, but mean the Hornets could not take the lead off of the shot. This is a big free throw here coming up at the line. She can't get it to fall. Rebound fought for. The Hornets have it. Davis pressing it up the floor. She'll go all the way to the hole, puts it up. She can't get it to fall. Oklahoma with the board. And now we're going to have a scramble on the floor. No fouls called. Physical play all over the floor.
Wow.
And it looks like we're going to have a travel.
Yeah,
it was against Mackenzie Teague as she was rolling around on the floor, battling for the ball. Oklahoma has the ball. 12 seconds left to go here. Up 2.
She made a good play. Went all out to get the ball on the floor, but unfortunately she slid. Hey, look who's back in the game, Rebecca Wilson. 12 seconds left. I guess, just throw it up to her. But she slid on the floor. She grabbed the ball early, and she continued to slide, and that's what caused
the travel.
The travel violation.
Jessica Massey will be inbounding the ball with 12 seconds to go here. Oklahoma up 55-53 on North Texas Lady Hornets. They get it inbounds, and fouled immediately is Ava Batiste.
That was close.
She has been to the line 2 times today and gone 3 of 4, so that's who you want on the line if you're Oklahoma. 10 seconds to go, 10.7 on the clock. Here in Pool B, this could be a battle for the champion of Pool B. It might just be, or this game might be the deciding factor. Oklahoma Lady D1 is down after a 20-0 run. They were down by 20 points. They battled back all the way to take the lead here, and a missed free throw coming from Batiste on the first attempt. They battled back from 20 to hold this 2-point lead with 10 seconds left. And they're going to try to maintain and hold on, but they need this free throw to fall to ensure either a win or overtime if the Hornets hit a 3 on the other end. And they do get it. Free throws up and in by Batiste, and here we go. 3-point lead. Hornets need a 3-pointer to tie and go into overtime, but they're driving to the basket. The shot put up, no good. And Stetnich with the board, and that's your ball game. Oklahoma Lady D1 defeats the North Texas Lady Hornets 56-53. Last thoughts, Michael?
Weird game. I mean, that's all I can say about it.
Crazy runs.
It's a weird game that had a lot of different runs. Oklahoma didn't deserve to win this game, but you got to tip your hat to them because they found a way to win, and that's what it's about in pool play. Just get wins, and hopefully you have a high seed once bracket play starts. But North Texas, you got to be disappointed after all the missed free throws Oklahoma had. After the big lead that you had, you let it slip away. It's unfortunate loss for North Texas. Huge win for Oklahoma that they were able to get this win.
Your top scorers in the game for Oklahoma Lady D1, their top scorer, they had 2 girls with 13 points. Rebecca Wilson and Lauren Stetnich. Stetnich was very key in that second half comeback. And for North Texas, the top scorer on the day actually was Alexis Jackson. She had 19 points. I'm Matt Reynolds for Michael Knight.